Well, good afternoon and welcome to Pets on Parade, which is brought to you by 3TV. I'm Ashley Goebel from the Arizona Humane Society. Thanks so much for joining us today. We have a stellar group of great variety of adoptable pets on the show today. Everything from scruffy mutts to purebreds, playful pups and cuddly kitties, and all of them are looking for a new place to call home. We'll tell you about Ellie here and tell you about our breed of the week, the flat-coated retriever, later on in the show. And Wayne was rescued from deplorable conditions in Alabama by the Humane Society of the United States, and the shy and underweight Dogo Argentino was rehabilitated at the Arizona Humane Society. We'll share his remarkable journey also later on in the show today. And little Fabian here is a young puppy who survived against all the odds after battling the parvovirus. We'll tell you about vaccinations and special that we have going on in March and how you can prevent your pup from contracting this contagious disease. But first, meet my itty-bitty co-host here, extra fluffy Eddie. He weighs a whopping 2.1 pounds, yet his purr sounds like a thunderstorm. He's just purring in my hands here. He enjoys burrowing in blankets and snuggling in your bed before bedtime, but he also has a spunky and energetic side, and he loves to play with his brother and his litter mates. He would love to have a feline friend in his new home, Mr. Eddie. All right, well, let's introduce you to our first dog on the show. This is Ellie May, our mutt of the week, who boasts an adorable little underbite. She's a Pekingese and Border Terrier mix, and Alyssa, we call that a Border Peking Pooch.
Well, Ashley, she's sure cute. She has the face of a Pekingese and the fur of a terrier. Before she came into the Arizona Humane Society, she was actually hit by a car and she fell underneath it. She came out with a few wounds, but she was treated in our trauma center. More than half of the animals that come into the Arizona Humane Society need medical treatment, and last year alone we were able to save over 11,000 animals through our Second Chance Animal Hospital. Ellie is a sweet girl. She's so quiet and calm. She loves to be right where you are all the time, and she also loves to be toted around.
Well, hundreds of dogs were in attendance last Friday at our spring training game out at Peoria Sports Complex, and the crowd went wild for Linus, our shelter dog, who took the field to deliver the first fetch. Linus even got a chance to hang out in the dugout and make friends with players from the San Diego Padres. I want to thank all of the pet owners who came out with their canine friends to show their support. All right, let the tug-of-war matches begin. Deets and Gibbs are brothers who love to challenge each other to wrestling matches and romp through the yard. Perry, tell us about this dynamic duo of scruff.
Well, these little siblings here were rescued by our EMTs. They were found in the bushes of a vacant shopping center, and they were very sick, dehydrated, certainly way underweight, and just not in good shape. You know, of all the life-saving programs we have at the Arizona Humane Society, though, our Second Chance Hospital is that place where you go when there's just nowhere else to turn for an animal. And so they were treated there, and they are fine now. They're very, very spunky little puppies. They like to race around. They don't have to go home together. They're on the buddy steamer like that, though. But they do like the company of other canines. They like to rough and tumble, but they have their downtime, too. They like to snuggle quite a bit. And as puppies, you know, they're probably going to be a nice-sized dog. These guys look kind of like they're in that Airedale mix. So they're going to be a nice size, and training would definitely benefit these guys. You know, one of the great programs we have is our puppy social classes, which are absolutely free to the public. They're both at our Sunny Slope and our South Mountain facility. You just go and you just spend time with puppies all day. It gets your animals used to being with other pets. It gets them that really, really socialization that they need at this age.
Well, Deets and Gibbs will be hitching a ride out to Scottsdale on our Wagon Wheels mobile adoption truck after the show today, where they, along with other animals, will be hanging out with our friends at Raw Sushi from 1 to 5 p.m. for their Yappy Hour event. So leash up your canine, enjoy some good food and drink patio, and 20% of the proceeds raised today will go towards the Arizona Humane Society's life-saving programs. And you can find a roadmap with upcoming Wagon Wheels adoption locations by visiting azhumane.org. Well, we brought along one of our long-eared friends for you to meet today. This here is Thumper, who's looking for a new home. He's got a habit of thumping his back powerful legs. And Lisa, tell us about this lion head rabbit.
Yeah, Thumper is a lion-head rabbit for obvious reasons. That's the name of the breed. You can see the scruff around his face, and I didn't do that to him. He came that way. Everybody knows I do some grooming, but Thumper here just came with that adorable mane. He is a 1-year-old lion-head. He's inquisitive and curious. He actually, for a rabbit, is very, very hand-tamed. Sometimes they get skittish when you pick them up. Thumper here must have done a wonderful job in his initial year of life getting socialized with people, because he's very friendly, easy to handle. His favorite are leafy greens, and he likes to chomp on spinach and some broccoli. And our South Mountain campus is where you'll find Thumper and all of our critters. We have a good setup for the critters down there, so if you're looking for a little one to share your life with, come on down to the South Mountain campus where you can meet Thumper and all kinds of rabbits and guinea pigs.
Well, if you're looking for a pal to enjoy the great outdoors and hit the hiking trails with, then look no further than Junior. This Rhodesian Ridgeback and tree walking hound has stamina and an athletic build, and Perry is going to be a great dog for someone.
He absolutely is, Ashley. This guy, it doesn't come any better than this. Listen to this profile. He is leash trained, crate trained. He knows every single command in the book, his basics. He's lived with cats, dogs, lizards, snakes, and birds. Children. He's great with everybody. He's just the perfect pet. He's going to be a great hiking buddy for somebody. He likes riding in a car. He's very, very well behaved in a car also. He's been an absolute set today. Just listens to everything you tell him. He follows you around. He's a really, really good boy. He's going to be a great hiking buddy, like you said, because he's got that great build. He's a great size. He's probably in that 35, 45-pound range, somewhere in there. A lot of durability in this guy for the mixes he's got in him. He's really, really sweet and just going to be a great, great family dog for just about anybody. This is Junior.
Well, our emergency animal medical technicians are specially trained to be pet paramedics and rescue animals in distress, and thankfully they were able to save this 14-week-old puppy after she was thrown from a moving car. The chow pup somehow survived the incident, and once healed, she was quickly adopted by the Good Samaritan who witnessed the horrific incident. I love that sweet dog. Taffy and Chloe are sisters who will lure you with their rumbling purrs to obtain a cozy lap, a fishy treat, or a nice scratch under the chin. And Lisa, these two were sent to a foster home for about 5 weeks to gain weight.
They were. Taffy and Chloe were strays, and not all of the animals that make their way to the Humane Society are immediately ready to be put up for adoption. And that was the case here with Taffy and Chloe. One of our foster heroes brought them home. Susan offered to bring these two home and keep their bellies full while for the foster time she had them. She had them for several weeks just till they could gain some weight. These two strays were very, very thin when they first came in. So times like this, it's getting warm and we're getting into puppy and kitten season, and foster homes come into great demand at this time of the year. So we need all of you guys to think about fostering. We do all the part of providing the vet care and the food, and all you need to do is provide the love.
Kitten and puppy season has arrived. That means several pets just like Chloe and Taffy will arrive at our shelter too young to go up for adoption. And if you love pets but aren't able to commit to a long-term relationship with a furry friend, consider becoming a hero and caring for pets until they're ready for adoption. Like Lisa said, we provide all the supplies and medical treatment the pet may need. All you need to do is give them a temporary place to call home and shower them with unconditional love. And if you're interested in helping us save more lives, you can visit azhumane.org and register for our upcoming orientation next Saturday. Well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll give you a sneak peek at some of the models and adoptable pets who will strut their stuff on the runway at this year's 18th annual Compassion with Fashion event. We'll be right back.